Hi dear students, welcome to social science class. In today's class, we will be continuing the first lesson in social science, that is global warming. In the previous class, we have studied about a term called atmosphere, the greenhouse gases, and we also understood about the greenhouse effect. And in the last class, we have studied about the consequences of global warming. In today's class, we will be studying a new term called urbanization, and we also studying how this urbanization is related to global warming. Now we will be studying what is the meaning of the term urbanization. Urbanization is the process by which more and more people leave villages and move to live in cities, and this has led to an increase in the population of the cities. Now what is happening to the cities? Now more and more people from the villages are moving to cities for many reasons. Okay, such condition is called what? Urbanization. Now more and more people leave villages and moving to cities for various reasons. Now we will be studying what are the major reasons for urbanization. Mainly there are two major reasons are there for urbanization. First one, the main reason that have led to urbanization. First one, better job opportunities. The main occupation of the people living in the rural areas is the agriculture. As agriculture is directly on monsoon season, its failure leads to the drought. In such situations, or due to other natural calamities, villages are forced to migrate to cities in search of better job opportunities. The main occupation of the people who live in the villages or the rural areas is farming or agriculture. Okay, and we have studied that the agriculture or the farming is completely dependent on the climatic condition. If the farmers are or the crops are not getting a proper condition for its better growth, they are not able to produce more production. As a result, in such conditions, what happens? It also negatively affects the farmers. Okay, farmers in such conditions, farmers are not able to earn money for their livelihood. As a result, what happens? They are forced to move to cities from villages. And due to natural calamities like drought, the tsunamis or earthquake, in such conditions also the farmers or the villagers are forced to move to cities in search of better job opportunities. Okay, that is the meaning of this sentence. What is the first reason that have led to urbanization? That is better job opportunities. Okay, now let's see the second reason. Better standard of living. Comparing to villages or urban areas, cities having more advanced facilities like good infrastructure, modern housing facilities, medical facilities, and good transportation and communication facilities. And in search of better standard of living, now more and more people from villages and rural areas are moving to cities. Okay, so these are the major two reasons that have led to urbanization. What are those? First one, in search of better job opportunities and in search of better standard of living. Okay, these are the major two reasons that have led to urbanization. Now we will be studying how this urbanization is related to global warming. Migration into cities results in the requirement of more land to build houses in order to raise their standard of living. People in cities use automobile, air conditioners, refrigerators and televisions, in which some of the home appliances and automobiles consume a lot of energy, and some of them release CFC and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This contributing significantly to the global warming. As I told you, nowadays more and more people leave villages and moving to cities. Slowly, these people who are settled in the cities will begin to use many home appliances like TV, refrigerators, air conditioners, and also they will use personal vehicles. As a result of using personal home appliances and personal vehicles, what happens? They produce more amount of greenhouse gases in the cities comparing to villages. Okay. Then the problem of pollution is more severe in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai, as they are more developed and thickly populated. So now comparing to villages, cities are more affected with the pollution like water pollution, land pollution and air pollution. Okay, so this all happens due to urbanization. So this is how the urbanization is related to global warming. Now we'll be studying how we can reduce the amount of global warming by practicing in our day-to-day life. Okay, now let's learn. We can prevent or control global warming by practicing the 3 R's. First one, reduce, recycle and reuse. Okay, these are the 3 R's by which we can reduce the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Now let's learn it in detail. Reduce. This can be done by reducing the use of fossil fuels like petrol and coal. We should encourage carpooling, use of public transport and moderate use of air conditioners. So this is the first R that we can practice in our day-to-day life. What is the first suggestion? We should reduce the amount of fossil fuels. As you all know, we are running our vehicles with the help of the fuels like petrol and diesel, and they are generally called what? Fossil fuels. So we should control the use of fossil fuels first. Then we should encourage carpooling. We should, whenever possible, we should also share our vehicles with others. Then we should also use public transport whenever is possible. Then we should use CFL lamps and LED lamps rather than regular bulbs. As you all know, before we were using the filament bulb. They consumed more energy than the LED and CFL bulbs. So what is the next suggestion? We should use CFL and LED bulb rather than the regular bulbs. Then switch off the electrical appliances when not needed to save energy. So whenever we are not using the electrical appliances, we should switch off the appliances to save energy. Okay, these are the major suggestions by which we can practice reduce in our life. Now we'll be studying what's the meaning of recycle and how we can practice recycle in our life. Okay, as you see in the images, these are some products which are made out of recycling. Okay, it means to recycle or convert old or used products to generate new products. So what's the meaning of that sentence? We can produce new products out of old or used products. Okay, so that's the meaning of that sentence. Okay, it means to recycle or convert old or used products to generate new products. Then we should recycle products like paper, plastic, newspaper and aluminum can. Okay, these are the major materials by which we can generate new products out of waste materials. Okay, which are the major materials by which we can do the recycling? Like paper, plastic, newspaper and aluminum can. So think twice before you purchase things from the shops. Okay, it also results in fewer purchases of new products and objects. So do not throw away things that can be reused. Donate your old clothes, books and toys rather than throwing them away. So we can do to practice reuse, we can donate our old products like old things like old clothes, old or used books to the needy people. Or this is how we can practice reuse in our life. Okay, we should not throw away things that can be reused. We can donate our old clothes, books and toys rather than throwing them away. By reusing, we save our earth from unnecessary garbage and global warming. So by practicing the reuse, we can also practice what? We can save our earth from the garbage, right? So when you go to cities, you might notice that they are dumping more quantity of garbages into the roadside. So to avoid such garbages, we should practice what? We should practice reuse in our life. Okay, so these are the major 3 R's by which we can reduce the global warming. Which are those? Reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay, by that we have come to the end of the chapter. In this chapter we have learned about the global warming and its effects. And the last class we have learned about the consequences of global warming, and today we have learned the term called urbanization, and we understood how this urbanization is related to global warming, and we also studied the 3 R's by which we can reduce the global warming. Okay, these are the major points that we have studied from the chapter. Okay, these are note for you. The 7th question: Give 2 reasons that have led to urbanization. The answer, better job opportunities and better standard of living. 8th question, how has urbanization contributed towards the global warming? The answer, migration in cities results in requirement of more land to build houses in order to raise their standard of living. People in cities use automobiles, air conditioners, refrigerators, etc., in which some of the home appliances and automobiles consume a lot of energy, and some of them release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This contributing significantly into the global warming. So, please write these notes into your notebook and study it. Along that, you should also read the textbook many times. Okay. So, we will be seeing next class. Thank you.